do you still have a desire to return to Gaza and Israel? Do you plan to return to practice at Soroka and Sheba?
I missed Soroka, I missed Sheba just before coming in my way. I got a call from my friends. If you guarantee that I am going and coming the same booked date of my flight, tomorrow I will be there.
Several people think like you in the Middle East, but are afraid to make their opinions public because of radical Islam.
It's not because of radical Islam, because of radical people. Islam is pure from those people. Religions came to help humanity. Religions came to build, not to destroy. Islam, as Judaism, as Christianity, they came to deal with each other with love and hope. As you said just now, saving one's lives as saving the whole world. This is Judaism. In Islam, it's acceptable in Islam to destroy Kaaba, and you know how holy is Kaaba, and not to put an end to someone's life. So this holy life we must work. But the people everywhere link Islam or the religion with the practices, and the practices are not from the religion. They are not related. What is legal yesterday, it must be legal today. But how can we change it? Because there is individual interest and people's interest. It's not the Islam. So I think those people, what you said, because they fight for their interest, for their individual or party's interest, not the human interest. And always, as everywhere, what we call the extremists, they are violent. Look for the left wing sometimes. They are peaceful, and they can't, the others, they want to speak loudly and to threaten others. That's why any one of us, when he feels threatened, he will keep silent. He wants to protect himself. So let us from here to speak loudly and increase our campaign of logic and wisdom.
We're down to essentially, believe it or not, you have asked really all the same kinds of questions. I'm down to a couple of final questions. Dr. Abuelaish, what was your upbringing that may be contributing to your attitudes as you've expressed them here this evening?
Sorry, your upbringing.
I was born and raised and still living to a refugee family. A Palestinian refugee in the Jabalia refugee camp. I was lucky. As I said, I have to dream. I never thought of being a doctor, but I only dreamed to be a doctor. And I succeeded. I have to go to the school. I went to the schools. And even I remember after 67, I said, what is the value of these schools? I have to go to work. The first time to be exposed to Israelis, it was in 1970, to work for 40 days in Mushaf Hudaya. 40 days, 12 years old, to be away from his family. Others are spending their summer holidays. Even I plan for my children where to spend it. I learned from my life. Tolerance I learned from my mother. Suffering that I suffered I learned I don't want others to see or to witness it. And we have to discover that. And that's what makes me to be raised like that. And that's why even when I specialized OBGYN, because I felt you can start a new life and to give a new hope to others.
This will be the final question for the evening, and then Rav Baruch will make concluding remarks. How do you channel all the goodwill in this room to effect change?
If we lift this room and to start to think, just to take the message, just to think of what is happening, maybe I am right. I don't want to say that I am right. Maybe I am right. And if I am not, tell us what is right and work for that. We must work and transmit the message. And each of us, this message, it's an obligation. It's a moral obligation to transmit it one to one at a time. At that moment, we will, all of us, celebrate maybe this meeting to be in Israel or in Palestine, where we celebrate the love and the care and the good future.
A remarkable coalition of co-sponsors has brought a remarkable group of people together to hear a very important message from Dr. Izzeldin Abuelaish. One of the things that we should be recognizing is the importance of what is called citizen diplomacy. The bringing together of individuals or of groups to see, hear, and meet one another. To go beyond the challenges of military conflict and political negotiations, both of which are very much part of our world. In the cycle of our scriptural reading, our Torah reading, we read that Isaac, Yitzchak, and Avimelech were in conflict in an area very close to what today is Gaza. But that eventually they were able to establish a covenant. And a covenant is a relationship that goes beyond a legal agreement, beyond an economic transaction, to understand that we have something in a very basic way in common. I want to say to Izzeldin, Shukran, for your words. I'd like everyone to learn that one word in Arabic, and then I'm going to teach it to you in Hebrew. Shukran, which means todah. Okay, Mr. Shriki, am I correct? Okay. It means